Hello everyone. Hi. Am I audible and also visible? Yes. You all can comment if I'm audible and visible. Okay. Hello. This is Nilakshi from Vistaslearning, and today I am going to continue with the chapter of class 8 sociology, that is culture. Yes. In the last class, we have already started what is culture. Yes. So before starting today's class, let me first recapitulate that what we did in the last class. Yes. So in the last class, we discussed what is the meaning of culture, right? Okay. I hope you all can remember what is culture. Okay. We discussed like how culture is related to individuals. See, because individuals, they are born in society. And once they are born in society, they fortunately or unfortunately, they are related to culture. Yes? All right. Then we also learn like from where the term culture has come. Yes? Culture has come from a Latin word that is colere. Earlier in the medieval period or in the Middle Ages, it depicted agriculture of high yield. And now, later on in the 19th and 18th and the 19th century, culture is something that denotes what? Human behavior. Yes. And then we also studied the types of culture. Can you all say what are the types of culture? There are two types of culture. One is material and another one is non-material. Yes. So what is material culture? Material culture is culture that we can see and we can also touch, like converting natural resources to human made resources, okay, for our own benefits, like bridge, then dams, machines, etc. Okay, yes. Then, what is non-material culture? Can you all tell me? Non-material culture is also a culture, part of culture that we can't touch or we can't see. For example, thought, yes, values, beliefs, norms, rules, regulations, etc. Yes. Then we also focused on the features of culture. Yes, we focus 6 features of culture. Like culture is learned. Yes, we have to learn culture through the process of what? Socialization. Yes. Then culture is continuous. That it's an ongoing process. Yes. Okay. Then and also that culture is diverse. All the society, they have different cultures, right? Okay. So for more, for your reference, you all can watch the previous video. Okay. All right. Today, I'm going to focus on the second part of culture. Let's start. That is the importance of culture, that why culture is important for us or why culture is important for human society. Yes. Okay, number 1, culture is treasure of knowledge. Yes, culture provides us knowledge. So the basic feature or the basic, the importance of culture is that it guides the younger generation to behave properly, to behave in a functional way in the society, to maintain societal functions. Okay? All right. So culture provides knowledge to individual for social, that is to behave properly in the society, and also physical existence of human beings. Okay, it culture guides us, culture gives us knowledge, because culture has what? Rules, regulation, values, beliefs, everything. Yes. Then And but animals, like culture is something that, human society have, and because of that, human society is very unique and it is different from animals. Yes. But animals, on the other hand, they have to adjust with the natural environment with their instincts. Yes. But humans, they adjust with the natural environment or social environment based on the knowledge. Yes. See, that is how human society is different from animals. Yes. Language is a part of culture. And yes, we all know that language is a part of culture. And because of language or because of the use of language, we can communicate with one another. And we all have learned that in the previous class that human beings are social beings. Yes, and also cultural beings. Why social beings? Because we have to interact with other people because of our goals, motives, desires, etc. That is why society is also known as web of social or human relationships. Yes. So, language is a part of culture, and because of language, we can communicate with one another, and it also leads us as a social being. Yes. Future generation is guided by the present generation using language as a tool. So, we have to guide our future generation, right? Like, what is the appropriate way to behave in the society? What is the appropriate way to, to maintain the societal function, right? Yes. And because of using of language, we can communicate with them. We can communicate with one another. Yes. Present and past knowledge is stored in paintings, folk songs, stories, writings, etc. So, our present knowledge and also past knowledge, like whatever was there in the past culture and all, everything is being stored in the forms of paintings. Yes. For example, take Ajanta and Ellora caves. For there, we can at least by looking at those paintings and all, we can relate like what was the society back then, what was the culture of people back then, right? Yes. And also like paintings, then folk songs. There are different folk songs because of which we can at least relate, because folk songs, they also carry stories. Yes. Then stories, like whatever was there in the past, and also the present stories, like based on our, societal, so based on our society and all. And also writings and all are very important because we can store writings. So whatever was happening in the past, we can follow it in the present and also in the future. Yes. Okay. So this thing, it passes on from generations to generation. Okay? Like whatever the culture was there in our, like what our ancestors used to follow, we are following the same culture. Yes, little bit of modification must be there, or like it might be there. But yes, we follow specific trend and all. Yes. So based on the instruction, whatever our past generation used to give, we are following that instruction, and we will also give this instruction to our future generation also. And based on those things, the future generation, they can form their own culture. Yes, there might be little bit of modification, no doubt. Okay, number 2. Culture explains situations. Now let's see how culture explains situation. Culture explains situations like they explain the social pattern, social structure of a particular period of time. Yes, so because of the culture, we come to know what was the social pattern in our, like what our ancestors used to follow and all. We come to know regarding or based on the culture. Yes. Study of culture explains the evolutions of human society. So, culture is there, yes, because once we are born in the society, culture will be there. So culture was there from the past, and it is there, it's in the present also, and it will be there in the near future also. Yes. So it explains the evaluation, the stages of human society. Okay. For example, the caves and architecture of temples around Aihole and Badami of Bagalkot district reveal the progress of human society. Okay, I'll show one picture. Okay, suppose this is the temple. Okay, it's a very ancient temple. By looking at the infrastructure, by looking at the architecture, we can at least relate what was the culture of the people back then. Yes. So yes, by looking at the caves, for example, Ajanta Ellora caves and all, then this temple also, we can relate by looking at the infrastructure and the architecture, the progress of human society, what was there back then, and what was the culture, the religious practices and all, everything, right? Okay. Number 3, culture defines values. Yes, culture has rules, regulation, ethics, norms, etc., right? Okay. So values, ethics, these are like part of culture. Yes. So value is the tool that analyzes human behavior, attitudes, thoughts of a particular society. Now, value advocated by our Constitution 6 equality. So, everything, the culture, it has values, right? It has ethics. Okay. Now, for example, let's take the example of our Indian Constitution. It seeks what? Equality, that everyone should be equal before the law, like irrespective of one's caste, creed, gender, religion, language, etc., right? Yes. So that is the ethics of our Indian Constitution. So it is also part of culture. Yes. Value creates a thought process. So value creates a thought process, and it sets an attitude. Okay, it's basically a thought, and later on it is an attitude that everyone is being meant to follow that attitude or that trend. Okay, all right. Culture has the capacity to strengthen human relationship. How it strengthen human relationship? Because it has rules, regulation, values, norms, etc., right? Yes. So every humans, we are like tend to follow the same thing. Okay. And as we follow the same rules and regulation, that means it gives us the notion that we are united. So that unity builds or it strengthens human relationship. Okay, all right. Number 4, culture explains behavioral model. Culture provides aims to humans to achieve them in human society. Okay, it guides us, it provides us knowledge how to achieve a means, a goals in human society. It supports those behaviors that are good to the society. So culture, I'm still repeating the same thing, it has rules, regulation, norms, and everyone should follow the same thing. So culture is basically, they promotes functional aspects of society. Okay, so therefore it promotes good behaviors in society, and similarly it punishes those behaviors that are against the societal norms or societal aims. Yes. Now let us focus on the relationship between culture and society. We all know that culture and society are interrelated. So once we are born in the society, culture will be there. Like fortunately or unfortunately, you will be a part of culture, right? Now let us see. Yes, relationship is mutual. Okay? Culture is the base of the evolution of human society. So, from the time immemorial, from the evolution of human beings, culture is there. They used to follow certain, lifestyles, they used to follow certain habits and all. So yes, there were some sort of culture. Okay, yes. Culture is part and parcel of human society since the beginning of civilization. So the same thing that I have said. Yes, all right. Without human interaction, no society can be in existence. Yes, so without human beings, there will be no society. And without interaction, there will be no culture. Yes, otherwise, we'll be all individual. So once you are born, you will be a part of society. There will be interactions with each other. Yes, why? Because to meet our goals, aims, motives, desires, everything, we need to interact with each other, right? All right. Without culture, there is no society, and without society, there is no culture. Yes. All right. Now, the second point, two faces of the same coin. So, society and culture, they are like the two faces of the same coin. Social world of humans consists of various societies with numerous relationships. So, in our human society, there will be numerous relationships, and all these relationships might be from different societies or might they follow different cultures. Yes, culture makes humans different from animals. Yes, because animals, they don't follow rules, regulations, they don't have basic, particular beliefs and all, or practices. They do have certain things, but not that much as compared to human societies. All right. Okay. So therefore, human society is different from animals. Then, social controls in a society are based on cultural aspects. Yes. For example, religion, marriage, family, these are also a part of culture. Okay. And this thing, religion, for example, it also controls an individual. Like, we are supposed to do good things in religion because there will be notion of karma, dharma and all, right? Yes. So this thing controls an individual. Marriage also, it controls an individual. Like, you can't have, some other relationship after your marriage. And then family also, there is some rules and regulation in every families, right? Yes. So in that way, it controls an individual. So these are part of culture. Every institution regulates the behavior of the individual through their cultural tools, like as I have said. Okay. For example, interactions with elders are guided by culture in a society. So in our society, we have a culture, and it is like, for elders, we should give them respect, yes, and they should also give them love and care. Okay, so yes, that is what our culture is, and that is what our society follows. Okay, now let's focus on the importance and significance of cultural rituals and diversities. We all know that India is a land of what? Diversity. Yes, we have different cultures, right? Okay. And I'm pretty sure that you must have come across different, cultural rituals and all almost every day. But we will discuss in this class about some cultural rituals and all, but we will not discuss all the cultural rituals because it will not be easier for us to discuss. Yes? Okay. Now let's focus on two things. What is this? This is a picture of a fair. Yes? Now let's discuss about fairs. Okay. So fairs are the most important cultural rituals of rural society. So basically we can see fairs and all in rural societies. Yes? In urban societies also we see, but mostly in rural societies. A fair is not only a religious expression, but also functions as a temporary market for the neighboring village. So that means in a fair there are like there will be religious thing also. Okay, for example, if there are like puja and all, some religious festivals, there will be fairs in rural societies. And these fairs also plays an important role, for cultural exchange, and also for exchange of goods and services. Yes, people from different places, they visit such fairs. Okay, then they buy and sell different things, different goods and all. Then they provide different services to one another. Okay. It is also a place where agricultural produce is bought and sold. Yes. Like, for example, there will be different, markets, in fairs to, buy and sell, and all these things will be there. Okay. This market is utilized to sell or buy the domestic animals also. Okay, there are some fairs where animals, you can buy and sell animals also, domestic animals like cow, goats, etc. in fairs, because people from different places, they join that particular occasion or that particular fairs and all. Okay. Fairs are also the window for entertainment. Yes, because there will be different people. Then there will be in fairs there are different sorts of entertainments and all are there. Okay, in such fairs, people exchange culture. Why people exchange culture? Because they come from different places. They might belong to different societies, like tribal societies, mainland societies and all. Okay, so in that way they exchange culture, and also they exchange language also. All right. Okay, various artisans, they display their skills there, like they perform different things, they draw different things, and because of based on their skills, we come to know about different cultures. Yes, many performers narrate the local versions of Ramayana and Mahabharata. Like the notion, the tales like Ramayana and Mahabharata, there are different narratives. Okay, like there are some feminist narratives, there are some local narratives, there are some tribal narratives, mainstream narratives, etc. So when people visit such places, so like there are local versions of Ramayana and Mahabharata that can be transferred to different people also. Yes, all right. People also showcase our constitution's desire to achieve unity in diversity. So people in such fairs and all, they, there is flow of culture, there is flow of ideas, there is flow of, languages. All right. Okay. Okay. In this picture, that the fair one was part one. This is part two. What is this? This is a picture of our Republic Day celebration. Okay? All right. And in Republic Day, like there are, like we celebrate Republic Day basically in the capital, yes, that is Delhi. And there are different tableaus and all that showcases the cultural diversity of the whole nation. All right? Okay, now let's see. In Republic Day, entire nation's cultural diversity is showcased. So we show like the nation in Republic Day, we can see different cultural diversity we can see. Yes. Hence, cultural practices have a pivotal role in human societies. Okay. So cultural practices and all plays a major role in human societies. Okay. Now, this is what we all are staying in capitalist societies. Yes? Yeah. Okay. So, because of industrialization or because of capitalism, many people from the rural areas, they have come to the urban areas for for in search of better opportunities and all, right? Yes. So there are many workers, many industrial workers and all, they have come to a particular place to work. So here all the workers and all, they come from different societies or from different places, and therefore they follow different cultures. Yes. Then the children of the working class people, when they grow up in such environment, they follow multicultural social setup. So now they are aware of different festivals, different languages, different rituals, different practices, etc. So that is one of the most important positive point of capitalism and industrialization. Okay? All right. So that's all, my dear children. I have completed the chapter. So in the next class, I'm going to start with another chapter. So till then, please stay connected with me. Please follow, please subscribe to our channel, that is Vistaslearning. Bye bye. See you.